Hello students, today we are going to read chapter 1, A Letter to God from your first flight reader, a letter to God written by G.L. Fuentes. Let me give you a brief introduction about the poet and the summary of this lesson. G.L. Fuentes was born on July 11, 1897. In the Canary Islands. He first went to sea as a deck boy with his father at the age of 10. As a teenager, Fuentes worked on cargo ships that went out of the Canary Islands. He migrated permanently to Cuba at the age of 22. Fuentes died from cancer in 2002 at the age of 105 years. Let me give you the summary of this lesson. The story, A Letter to God by G.L. Fuentes, depicts unwavering faith of a farmer in God. It begins with a farmer named Lenko, expecting for a rain shower to nourish his field of corn. He is confident that his harvest is going to yield him huge profits, just like it does every year. To his utmost excitement, rainfall did happen, but sooner it turned into a hailstorm, destroying his entire crop field. The damage posed a threat to the family's survival, as their entire livelihood was dependent on the year's produce. Although disheartened, the family had robust belief in the Almighty. Lenko, despite having worked day and night at the field, knew how to write and thus decided to write a letter to God explaining his situation and asking for help. He went to the town to post his letter addressed to God. The letter, on being noticed by the postmaster, at first amused him, but then motivated him want to do something for the farmer so as to keep his immense belief intact. He contributes from his salary and collects money from his colleagues and friends who willingly contributed for an act of charity. To his dismay, he could only collect 70 pesos, which he wrapped in an envelope to make it seem like a reply from the deity, that is God. On having found the letter, the writer, Lenko, is not at all shocked, but instead he gets angry on finding that the amount is less than what he had expected. He again writes a letter to God, conveying his disappointment and distrust in the employees of the post office, who he thought had stolen the remaining amount. Okay, shall we read the lesson, children? Yes. The house, the only one in the entire valley, sat on the crest. What is crest? Top of a hill, of a low hill. From this height, one could see the river and the field of ripe corn dotted with the flowers that always promised a good harvest. The only thing the earth needed was a downpour, or at least a shower. Throughout the morning, Lenko, who knew his fields intimately, had done nothing else but see the sky towards the northeast. What is crest? Crest is top of a hill, dotted full of downpour, heavy rain, intimately, closely. So what is the what happens in this paragraph? Lencho, the farmer, lived on the only house that was there on the top of a hill. The hill was low-heighted. From there, a river and a ready-to-harvest cornfield were visible. The field belonged to Lenko, and he had the utmost confidence that the harvest would reap good profits. The only thing that he awaited was rainfall. In this hope, he spent an entire morning gazing at the sky in the northeast direction, from where a drizzle was expected to shower on his field. Now we are really going to get some water, woman. The woman who was preparing supper replied, Yes, God willing. The older boys were working in the field, while the smaller ones were playing near the house until the woman called to them all, Come for dinner. It was during the meal that just as Lenko had predicted, big drops of rain began to fall. In the northeast, huge mountains of clouds could be seen approaching. The air was fresh and sweet. The man went out for no other reason than to have the pleasure of feeling the rain on his body. And when he returned, he exclaimed, These aren't raindrops falling from the sky. They are new coins. The big ones are 10-cent pieces and the little ones are 5. So what is he trying to say in this paragraph? The man, while looking at the sky, confidently tells his wife that they are going to have a rain shower, to which the lady replies that by saying only if everything happens as they hope and expect. Their elder children were working at the field and the younger ones were playing near the house when Lenko's wife called everyone for dinner. It is during that time drops of rain began to fall, hereby proving the farmer's prediction to be true. The wind was pleasant and clouds could be seen approaching from the northeast sky. Lenko goes out of the house to take the pleasure in feeling the droplets on his body. He refers to the drizzles as coins, big droplets being equivalent to 10 cents and the smaller ones 5 cents. He says so because these raindrops would ensure a good crop, which would eventually get him a lot of money. With a satisfied expression, he regarded the field of ripe corn with its flowers draped in a curtain of rain. But suddenly a strong wind began to blow, and along with the rain, very large hailstones began to fall. These truly did resemble new silver coins. The boys, exposing themselves to the rain, ran out to collect the frozen pearls. Regarded means considered, draped means adorned or covered with. Hailstones, what is a hailstone? A pellet of hail, resemble, having a similar appearance or qualities in common with look or seem like, exposing, make visible, or by uncovering it or revealing it. So on seeing everything go as expected, Lenko reflected upon the field and flowers covered with droplets, which seemed as if they were wrapped in a curtain. Unexpected strong wind started blowing, leading to a hailstorm. Satirically, the writer refers to these pellets of frozen rain as the new silver coins. The innocent boys became playful and went out in the rain to play and collect these hailstones, which looked like frozen pearls. Then he says, "It's really getting bad now," exclaimed the man. "I hope it passes quickly." For an hour, the hail rained rained on the house, the garden, the hillside, the cornfield, on the whole valley. The field was white as if covered with salt. Now the farmer now starts worrying about and hopes that the storm gets over quickly, which to his utmost disappointment didn't happen. The hailstones covered the entire valley, including the house, garden, hillside, and the cornfield. It made everything look so white that it seemed as if it was covered in salt. Not a leaf on, not a leaf remained on the trees. The corn was totally destroyed. The flowers were gone from the plants. Lenko's soul was filled with sadness. When the storm had passed, he stood in the middle of the field and said to his sons, "A plague of locusts would have left more than this. The hail has left nothing. This year we will have no corn." That night was a sorrowful one. All our work for nothing. There's no one who can help us. We will all go hungry this year. So Lenko he became stressed and disappointed as everything went against the plan. The trees had shed their leaves, corns were smashed, and the flowers had fallen from their plants. While standing in the withered fields, he conveyed his dismay and sorrow to his sons by commenting that the effect of that storm proved to be worse than that of crop destroying insects. All their hard work had gone in vain. He felt hopeless as no corn had been left and feared that they might have to starve this time. Now coming to the word meanings. Crest, as I said, it is top of a hill. Dotted, full of. Downpour is heavy rain. Intimately, closely. Exclaimed, cry out suddenly in surprise. Regarded, considered, or think of in a specified way. Draped is adorned or covered or wrapped. Hailstones, a pellet of hail, resemble, have a similar appearance to or qualities in common with someone or something, look or seem like. Exposing, make something visible by uncovering it, or we can say revealing. Plague is a destructively numerous inflow or multiplication of a harmful animal or infestation. Locust, what is locust, children? Insects which fly in big groups and destroy crops. With this, we come to the end of part 1 of this lesson. Thank you for watching this video. Stay home, stay healthy.